Alright, I'll put this in between some stupid after screens.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes I do that.
Sure.
I have to admit something. Okay. There was an episode in the last set of Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Not the last set. The first set.
Yeah.
Where I,
God, what'd you do?
I just, like, left what we were saying in during the end? The end screen, which I do when we say some stupid shit in between episodes, I'll leave it in.
No, I love that. What did you leave in this time?
I didn't leave anything important in. I just forgot to cut it.
That's funny.
So it was just like, oh yeah, dude, you just take the couch cushion, flip it over, and it's warm. If it was warm, then it's cold now. It was nothing important at all.
I'd argue that's very important.
I'd argue that was not what we said.
No, that's for sure not what we said. But whatever we talked about, whatever dumb, useless shit it was. But
great. I was just like,
there's one more you gotta move.
God damn it!
He's not here though, so.
There was one episode out of the whole time I've recorded, or at least that I noticed.
Yeah.
Where I accidentally, normally it's on purpose.
Yeah. But one time.
Accidentally left it in, and then I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like I had already.
Who cares?
I had already redone the whole, or I'd already like processed everything, and that takes 100 years. So I was like, just forget it.
Yeah, who cares? It's the one time. It's fine. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, there's a new Nick Jonas song out. It's like, coming home with me where I can find the bones. Me and you.
Also, there's weed there for when we come out.
Nick Jonas also did that Cake by the Ocean.
No, that was Joe.
Oh.
That was Joe's band, Jones.
It was, right. I knew it was that DNC.
E band, yeah. Or just DNC, yeah.
No, it's DNCE.
Don't you need to grab the gear?
Perhaps.
I think you need the big gear again.
Yep.
But yeah, they make good music. Like legitimately. The thing I like to joke though is when they reunited the Jonas Brothers band is I assume like Kevin just left and became like a pharmacist in Iowa and never talked to them again, just living a regular life, and then they like find his contact and find out where he was finally, and they're like, hey, we're getting the band together, you gotta come back with us. He had to like leave behind his pharmacist life to be a rock star again.
Which one's the one that doesn't?
Kevin.
Yeah.
He's the one who, like, as far as I'm aware, he didn't do anything after the Jonas Brothers finished.
He's like, I'm rich from Disney. I got all this Disney Channel money.
Again, yeah, that's why he's like, I'm gonna be a pharmacist in Iowa.
Didn't...
Not actually, but... Didn't what?
The Jonas Brothers have their own show?
They had two, actually.
They had, like a Jonas Brothers-based sitcom, not one that they're in.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. There was two of those.
What the fuck?
The first one is a comedy called Jonas, and then the second one is Jonas LA, which is like a sequel, but it's also kind of like a soft reboot where like that one's more like a drama. Like it's still funny, but it's not like a goofy comedy like the first one was.
My name is Jonas.
I'm
carrying the wheel.
It's a good song. Not related to the Jonas Brothers, but a good song.
I don't get it. Like, what the fuck is that song?
It's a Weezer song.
No, I know the song. I love the song, but I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about the whole time?
A lot of it's like kind of the loss of innocence, because part of it, which he talks about a little bit in the song, but like he wrote the song because his brother was in an accident and couldn't work anymore, which is a bit that he brings up in it, which is like that's when he's talking about like the construction workers and stuff.
Construction workers.
I forget what he says, but like
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't like. Weezer has some interesting like stories with their songs. Like the second song off that album is a dude talking about his girlfriend he doesn't like, and then the next song is that same person singing because he got dumped by that lady. Where are you going?
I don't.
You gotta go downstairs to grab the box. Yeah.
The box is
there
in the bell tower.
Yes. But yeah, I'll go around. But yeah, that's what we need. That we're getting the box, and then we're going back. We're going back to Iron's office. Irony. Chief Ironies.
Chief rapist.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
He is a creepist.
He's creepy.
He was even worse in the original, if you can believe it.
No, I can't. Actually, I can't. But that sucks.
He was really, really creepy in the original.
Yeah.
Which is weird because in this version you have that like whole event where you run away from him and shit, which there wasn't in the original 2. But
yeah,
he's just such a creep ass.
Yeah, no, that sucks. This is the worst.
Like,
are you gonna go grab the weed?
Hmm?
There's weed downstairs. You don't need to get it. I just figured that's why you came outside.
Yeah. Where are we headed?
Iron's office.
Oh, yeah. Iron's office. Yeah.
But if we want, there are 2... Downstairs. Behind you. But if we want later, there are 2 weeds we didn't pick up that we can get in the police station.
Yeah, that's true, but we'll be fine.
Yeah, I know for now we'll be okay, but yeah.
I mean, we're not coming back here, but I'm not going back there, so that's that.
Yeah, that's fine. Makes sense.
It's a good thing that your bit is coming up, because
yes, it is.
I'm about to hand this controller over to you anyway.
I know. I can tell. I can tell you're ready to just like fuck off in the nothingness forever. I don't blame you. This week's been a 1 for sure.
Okay. Oh yeah. So I forgot you're good at this puzzle, and you're good at the sherry part.
Yeah,
so take it.
Yeah, 2 bits.
Not my responsibility anymore. I'm not the boss.
Yep. Also, you know something super interesting that I was just thinking about Resident Evil, the other Resident Evil games. In 4, in the Japanese version of the game, during the why can't I think of it? During the Ashley part, they actually do fixed camera angles.
In which version?
In the Japanese version of 4.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's really tight.
That would almost make that part of the game fun. Not just an annoying chore that gets in the way of me blasting zombies with an infinite ammo fucking Thompson.
Yes. Ew, I'm fucking this up. God damn it.
I am unbelievably confused by this puzzle.
Me too. It's weird. No, that wasn't... Yeah. Nope. That's what I gotta do. But...
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Dude, I watched this movie the other day. I keep finding random 1990s movies.
Sure.
Or 80s and 90s movies. I forget the dude's name, but he plays this kid whose brother gets murdered.
Sure.
And the murderers are like these drug dealers that have... I think you were right on some of that.
Yeah, I am. It's like, I'm pretty close.
Anyway, the kid worked for a store, and they got a shipment in, and it was like, the kid was like, hey, this math weight is fucked up. I think somebody's ripping us off. So what happened was that this guy was... The owner of the company was stealing shit.
Yeah.
And this kid goes on a fucking investigation hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna find out what this guy's up to. Fucking kid.
Corruption.
Gets shot.
Yeah.
Or strangled to death.
Yes. You can't say see you again. You're talking on the phone. Chill, guy. Come on. But yes, continue with this weird movie.
Okay, so yeah, so they...
Kid gets shot.
I think they choke him to death by accident. Right.
Okay.
So, the owner of the store is like...
He is seeing her like a fucking creepo.
is in this, like, mafia, and he's like, hey, you know, this is... He's like, don't ask questions to this kid. And then the kid asks questions, alright?
And then they shoot him.
And he's like, this guy's like choking him in a room to interrogate him, and they call the owner of the store, and the owner of the store is like, hey, he's just a stupid kid. It's fine.
Yeah.
Alright? He's not going to tell anyone. And then they accidentally choke him to death anyway.
Sure.
And so then the kid goes. Then they fucking take the kid and hang him in a hotel room closet.
Okay.
And then that kid's dead, and his brother's like, this is not an accident.
Yep.
Or this was not suicide. This was somebody
This
killing
is
my kid brother. Oh, and they were adopted brothers for no reason at all.
Of course.
It was in the movie, and it was just like, hey, by the way, he's my adopted brother.
Very important.
Because, I'm pretty sure it's for one stupid joke later on.
Oh, God.
Where the kid goes to the hotel room where they found his brother's dead body, and he goes, I'm looking for did you know anything about the kid that killed himself? And she's like, well, I found him. And then she's like, what is it to you? And he says, well, I'm his brother. And she's like, you're not his brother! That's insensitive! He killed himself! Because he's Asian!
Wow, what the fuck?
But his brother's American!
That's so weird. What the fuck is this movie?
Hang on, what's it called?
I don't know. Jesus, though.
Hang on. You keep talking about the game.
I know, don't worry. That's what I'm doing. We did it. I love this complicated puzzle to get a pair of safety scissors. Who you calling?
Hello?
Hey, Dad.
What?
What's that movie called where the kid steals the car with the skate key?
Gleaming the Cube.
Okay. Thanks, Dad. Love you.
Bye.
Worth it for the concept.
It's called Gleaming the Cube.
Yep, I know. He said that.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
1989.
Okay.
And let me tell you the actor, because
Okay.
I'm sure you know him. I
probably do. And then I'm not gonna read the.
Oh yeah, fucking Tony Hawk was in it.
What?
He played some totally worthless character that didn't do anything.
Yeah.
He drove a pizza truck and put all the kids' skateboards in the pizza
my
truck
God.
so that they could go chase cars on their skateboards.
That's incredible. Role of a lifetime. God. Tony Hawk should talk about that on Twitter. I want Tony Hawk's Twitter's pretty funny, and I just like someone who like recognizes him only from that movie. That'd be hilarious.
Christian Slater.
You know what was funny? I was gonna make the joke, and then the kid's brother is Christian Slater, because he was in every fucking 80s thing with a young lead. So I was gonna make that joke, and I love that. And yeah, it was actually him.
Okay, so he was actually popular as a young lead, you say?
Yeah, like younger. Like he did stuff in the 80s all the time, like 80s and 90s. Like that's why he was in The Wizard.
Because I only know him from, like, being an older guy.
Yeah.
So whenever I
You
hear...
know, he was like when he was younger, like maybe teens, probably like 20s. Like yeah, like he was popular.
When I hear him as, like, a 16-year-old kid, I'm always like, who is that little kid impersonating Christian Slater really perfectly?
It's Christian Slater. That's so funny.
It's just like, hey, I was on My Name is Earl for an episode.
That's true. Again, he was... Yep. And also, again, he was in the classic The Wizard. He played their older brother that was trying to find him with their dad. If you remember the plots of the classic film The Wizard.
Oh, so this part,
Yes.
as you come here, he has her just in that office we were in. He has the lady on the table there.
Yeah, I know. You can play as her in the DLC.
Yeah. And in
Okay.
in the original, this area, this orphanage, is just that lady is on a table in his office where you were in the other one.
Oh, weird.
And I don't remember it exactly, but I remember him just being really rapey towards Claire.
That doesn't surprise
And
me.
also the dead girl. That's what he does. He's like, oh, the mayor's daughter's skin is so beautiful.
Jesus.
Oh, it's beautiful.
God. Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, he's not a pleasant person here, but he was
Like, even weird.
way not a pleasant person then.
Yeah.
As he's screaming, "You stupid bitch!" and I'm like, child.
I know. Yep. Still. Jeez, I was way ahead of it.
I hate this fucking part.
At least it's short.
It's so hard, though.
Yes.
It's not like Ashley's part, which is just stupid easy, and
Yeah, you
it's just an
avoid guys.
inconvenience every time you get there.
Yeah, you just avoid them. Yeah, but in this, yeah, no, it's a whole thing. Still. God, I always forget about that bit.
Show yourself! I know you're in here!
Doesn't matter,
The
though.
longer it takes me to find you, the worse it's gonna be!
Christian Slater. Oh yeah, I didn't finish talking about that movie,
yeah.
Blinding the Curb or whatever.
What? Gleaming the Cube? Something?
Gleaming the Cube.
I guess. I don't fucking know.
So yeah, the kid's Asian adopted brother.
Yeah.
White family adopted
Yeah.
an Asian kid.
Yes.
And the Asian kid's good at math. So Christian Slater ain't no mathematician, as they say.
Yup. Obviously.
So he fucking
No, wait, no, that's not
So he has his kid, like Asian kid brother,
Yep.
do his homework for him,
Yeah, of course.
which has basically nothing to do
With the movie.
with the movie at all.
I know, it's like they're probably showing the relationship or whatever. Also,
Yeah.
this kid's good as math, which is why he figures the math shit's weird at the place he works.
And they're like, he's good at math, so then he's good at the math at the place he works, and the punchline for that is that he's Asian,
Yup.
and the 80s were horrible.
Yup, they were. You're not wrong. I love you're like, and the punchline of that bit is that he's Asian and the 80s are horrible. Funny as hell. This is the part I don't like.
Yeah, this part I feel like we have to retry a bunch every time. We won't this time. We've got this one.
Yes, we do. No.
By the will of Christian Slater.
Himself. The biggest fan of our Let's Plays.
I love Christian Slater.
He's cool.
Even though I only know him from that episode of My Name is Early Was
In this weird 80s movie.
and this weird 80s movie. Yeah, I forgot about that one already.
We were just talking about it!
Gleaming the Blind Side.
Yep. that Sandra Bullock movie where she adopts the kid. That's what we're talking about. Because that movie's called The Blind Side. That's the joke.
Yeah, because she kidnaps
That's
the
the
black
TV
guy
joke.
and goes, "I'm your father now."
Yep. I'm gonna protect you, black kid who can't take care of himself. I'm a hero.
Yeah, so anyway,
Yeah.
kid brother's Asian.
Yeah, he gets
allegedly hangs himself, but Christian Slater doesn't buy it.
No, because he knows his brother really well or
So-
something. Something like that math earlier. Something just doesn't add up.
Then he finds the receipt and he's like, "Hey, all right, I don't know a lot about math because I'm Christian Slater, but my kid brother taught me enough. Okay, this is wrong." And he goes to the same place where his brother was killed.
Yep, of course he does. Very
Except
smart.
this time he gets away on a skateboard because he's fucking awesome.
Yep, very good at
Oh yeah,
skateboarding.
Christian Slater skateboards the whole movie. That's his whole point.
I figured,
And his dad's
considering
like-
that Tony Hawk shows up in an 80s movie.
And his dad's like, You damn kids with your skateboards! You think if I had funny hair like you, I'd sell more stocks?
Jesus, this movie sounds so fucking 80s. To quote that Will Smith song, which I think is every 80s and 90s movie, to be honest, has a kid in it. Parents just don't understand.
There's no need to argue.
We've got unfinished business.
What are you talking about?
Don't waste my fucking time. Bring me the
He's such an unpleasant individual. What are you looking up?
Oh, I was trying to see what other weird movies in the 80s Christian Slater was in. I know he's like in some action movie. Oh, he was...
So he starts working with this cop.
Yes,
and
always.
the cop's like, it's a kind of a little hint of a buddy cop type
Yeah, of
deal.
course.
Because he's like, listen here, Christian Slater.
You're just a
All
kid.
right, you're a silly kid on a skateboard. And he's like, you're a fucking lame adult, but my brother's dead and shit, and I need help
Yep.
from an adult with a police badge.
Yes.
So, Christian Slater goes out with the cop, and he gets all of his buddies who are kind of led by Christian Slater.
Yes.
But you know, in the 80s with the children,
Yeah. They have no...
whoever's got the car
is the leader.
is the leader.
Basically.
So Tony Hawk,
Yep.
my man, he loads up all the kids' skateboards while Christian Slater's riding. Oh, and they have a whole garage sequence like Fast and Furious where they build a sick skateboard for Christian Slater, and they're like,
How else is he gonna save the day unless they build him a skateboard?
unless they build him a kick-ass board.
How else is he gonna kickflip over the bad guy's car, which I assume happens?
And then he goes, he tells the kid, he's like, I want these wheels. And the kid's like, those wheels aren't good on the street, Christian Slater.
You don't
Those
nothing."
are only good for speed. And he's like, I know.
Of course.
I'm Christian Slater.
I love it. You're so good at the leaning a little bit, doing like the head shoulder thing. Going, I know.
My name's Rod, and I like to party.
It's true, he does. Andy Samberg loves the party. But also, you gotta know, Gleaming the Cube is also known as A Brother's Justice and Skate or Die. And
It's known as Skate or Die?
Yup.
That's fucking awesome!
And then when it came out in the Philippines, they retitled it Challenge to
What
Win It.
the fuck is this asshole doing here?
I don't know. It was such bad timing because the title for this movie in the Philippines, amazing. It's Challenge to Win Again.
Where is it known as the other two? Skate or Die?
I don't know. It just says in parentheses also known as. I'm
A
gonna
Brothers
look up.
Justice.
Or Skate or Die. And Skate or Die, which is so funny.
I love that it may have at some point been a Skate or Die movie.
God, that'd be funny.
Poster.
Gonna see. Wait, what?
Looks like it's the other way.
The dude who made Yo Gabba Gabba and is the lead singer of Aquabats is in this movie. Weirdly enough. Very weird fact.
In Gleaming the Cube?
Yeah. He plays a character named Gremick, which is an incredible name. He's probably one of the skate kids.
So he gets the, he gets his special board ready.
Yes.
And, then he's the cop. You know what's the one thing pedestrians have on the traffic?
What?
No traffic.
God.
So
of course.
this guy, the cop, gets caught in some traffic,
And he
Christian
skateboard
Slater's
pants him.
like, oh, and while they're in the car, oh shit, I forgot the part. I
Tell me.
forgot the best
You can
part.
circle back to the best part. It's fine.
Okay, so the car the cop's in, I forgot, isn't a cop car. It's a stolen car.
Of course it is. Because he doesn't play by the rules, I assume.
No, the cop's straight laced.
Then why does he have a stolen car?
Just wait.
Okay.
So yeah, straight-laced cop, and he's like, oh no, I need a car really badly. And he gets in, and because he's a cop and it's the 80s,
Yeah.
he like looks in the fucking sun visor as if anyone puts their goddamn keys in their sun visor,
And it's there.
and it's not there.
Okay, good.
Christian Slater gets in the door and goes, hang on, I got this. Takes his skate tool, the little
no.
T-handle skate tool,
It breaks into the...
and boom, pops the ignition
Wow.
on, turns the ignition on,
Wow.
and the cop's like, I don't like your waist. I don't like your waist, Slater.
To your left. But goddamn it, are they effective?
But you get the job done.
Exactly. God, this is such an 80s movie and I love it. Especially like it feels like such like a whiplash of like here's like a teen skate movie, but it's also like a fucking thriller with a murder and shit. It's so weird.
Oh God, and the murder is actually really violent.
Yeah,
like,
not surprising.
They like show the kids hanging body and shit, and I'm like, fuck.
That's what he gets
What
for
is
knowing
this
too
PG
much.
movie?
This is God. Jesus.
You can
looking.
check.
I'm looking.
It's PG, I guarantee it, because back in the 80s,
I know.
there was no PG-13, so PG
Well,
was like...
there was PG-13 in the 80s. Indiana Jones 2 was what created PG-13. And that was 80s.
So that, if that's new enough, or that is new enough,
Yeah,
that
this is 89,
it could be
yeah.
a PG-13.
I would assume it's a
actually.
PG-13 movie.
I don't like your ways. Too reckless.
I have the pendant.
Gosh.
Oh my God.
It's okay, at least the cutscene. Okay, dumbass. Shut the fuck up. Probably is at the time.
It's the alien.
Yep, it sure is.
Jesus Christ.
But Jill didn't get blood on her. Like one of the actors in that
Jill's
scene.
not here.
Oh, sorry, I mean Claire. Sorry. Sorry.
Should.
I committed a cardinal sin. But in Alien, when the alien comes out of his chest, one of the actors got blood on her face, and they weren't. She wasn't expecting it, so her reaction was 100% genuine. Where like she either fainted or almost fainted, and like that actually happened because she didn't think the blood was gonna splatter and get on her face. Also, if I remember correctly, they didn't know what was gonna happen. So I'm pretty sure they didn't know the thing was supposed to come. It was gonna come out of his chest.
Oh, nice. I thought that was a child zombie.
God.
I was like, oh my God!
Imagine the plot twist: Sherry's turned into a zombie.
Oh God, it's the man.
Oh fuck!
It's the Big Lebowski.
Hurry up! I don't need you to get killed by him. It is the Big Lebowski. It's the I am the one who knocks.
Oh yeah, that's what he would do. He's like,
Yeah.
you think that of me? I am the one who knocks.
Yep.
He's like, I am the danger. Don't question me.
I am Heisenberg.
So see how he's like trying to save his kid?
Yeah.
They do that
Okay.
with Matt in the fucking
Okay.
thing. So
Sure.
it's lame. Jesus! Just split half his fucking.
I
Make
guess.
him look like a little bitch.
I guess I'm like Gus now.
Would have been great if he adjusted his tie.
Gosh. It's so weird. Like, that guy's an actor. He was in stuff before Breaking Bad as well. But it's so weird. He's in that Star Wars show on Disney Plus, and that's weird to me. That Gus Fring is playing another bad guy, but in Star Wars now.
Wake up! Wake up!
I saw Gus Fring in something recently, and I was like, you
Yeah, he's
need to get out of this show, because you're Gus Fring, and that's it. You are officially typecast.
But yeah, yes. He's in a bunch of stuff. He's in there's a wild ass ABC drama that's basically a soap opera called Once Upon a Time that's like based off of fairy tales, and he's the mirror from Snow White, basically. He's a genie, and then he gets freed, and then he gets put inside the mirror, and he's the guy in the mirror from Snow White, and that's the Gus Fring. It's really weird. But in the show, he's not in the mirror because in the show, all the fairy tale characters got cursed, and the curse is that they live in a small town in Maine, and the evil queen is the mayor, and she's the only one who's aware of what's going on. It's a very weird show. Really weird. And like episodes is like you see what's happening in the town, but you also see the flashbacks of what it was like when they were in their fairy tale world. You find out the wildest stuff. Like how Geppetto made a wardrobe to get a kid out of the world so she wouldn't get hit by the curse, like the king and queen's kid, and he lied and said only one person could go in there, but it could fit two because he wanted to get Pinocchio out of there. So Pinocchio got into the human world and wasn't cursed, along with the main character. It's so weird, dude. It's like so a
refrigerator protecting you from a nuke.
Yeah, I guess it's like that.
I love how that movie is just like so hated. Like it's
okay. It's not bad.
It's not excellent or anything. It's not as good as the fucking
the other ones.
Real goddamn
Indiana
Joe movies.
But like it's okay. I think people were just. I think it's a mix of things. People already get mad because they always are, and then like weirdly enough, that movie's kind of like I feel like the first kind of example of like internet outrage culture of like you took a nostalgic thing we like and you made it blah, so we hate you now. But it was like 2007, so people hadn't seen that before. It's so weird. It's kind of like with all the Ghostbusters stuff. Women.
Yeah, but fuck that. It's not women. It's the women they chose that are annoying bitches.
Nah, they're like funny. Like the movie was okay.
But also I get this really strong feeling it's not because they think the Ghostbusters would work, it's women. It's because they wanted to make a Ghostbusters movie and now everything has to be all special. Everything is like, oh my god, it has to be LGBTQ 2416.
Okay, but that one wasn't even that. It was just women. That's it. Like it's not even like really like girl power. It's just the main four are women instead of men.
That's what I mean, though. It's like why?
But I'm okay. But like it's just one movie. I don't think it's a big deal, especially because it's like. I prefer that rather than like let's make a weird sequel 30 years later that's like weirdly connected to the other movies, because that shit's weird and annoying to me. Like the new Ghostbusters, where it's like kids move to some shitty town and they're mad about going to the shitty town, but then they find out about the Ghostbusters and they're probably related to one of the Ghostbusters, and like that shit's weird. I don't like that stuff. Like you could do something like that with Star Wars, but not fucking Ghostbusters. Like, the new one doesn't even seem like a comedy. At least the 2016 one was a comedy about 4 people being Ghostbusters in New York.
It would have been a comedy if it was funny.
Yeah, there was some funny.
Fuck you, Melissa McCarthy.
Listen, like, I don't like Melissa McCarthy a ton, but the other ones are cool. Let me look up the code. The other ones are funny. Okay, never mind. You were right. My favorite thing, though, was when that movie was happening, the Angry Video Game Nerd put out a video, like, as James Rolfe.
He was just like, I'm not reviewing it.
Or, no, not even that. He's like, I'm not going to watch it. And it's kind of sarcastic, but he also kind of treats it like, like, what a novel concept, I'm not going to watch the movie. And then people kind of, like, were like, man, he's so smart, he's so right. If we just don't watch the movie, we don't have to deal with it. Thank you, James Rolfe. And it's like, you're dumbasses. Like, not James Rolfe, like, whatever. You don't want to watch the movie, I get it. But, like, the people being like, it's such a smart idea, not watching the movie. Like, come on, dumbasses.
The Emoji Movie comes out. Bro, that's gonna be so stupid. We have to go watch 2020. Bro, why the fuck did that movie make enough money to get a sequel?
It didn't. It didn't. Don't worry. It did not. It did not. Don't make up lies right now. Also, the Emoji Movie isn't as bad as people think it is. Like, it's not good, but it's not the worst garbage I've seen.
I heard that from the Nostalgia Critic, and I take everything the Nostalgia Critic says as gospel, so I agree with you. Anyway, I'm gonna call this an episode.
Let's do it.